Hey YouTubers, so this is a very basic tip video. In this one we're going to demonstrate how you might make a ball bounce. In this case I have a football. This is actually a 3D football. Some of these things I'm going to show you could apply to a 2D football inside of here. Basically what we're looking at is a picture of a parking lot and a football sitting on the ground. I got this off one of the websites. It's a free 3D model, and I do have the software to create my own models. Sometimes it's just easier to take the free ones. Now this doesn't really look that great for football because you don't see the stitches and you don't see the white place where you would grip it. So that said, right now it is completely zeroed out position wise for X, Y, and Z. We're going to raise it up to 700 on the Y axis. Give it a little elevation. And I'm going to go over here and strike my position keyframe here. And you'll see we've got the little diamond that's left there. So that is basically, if you run your mouse over it, it tells you the position of it, 0, 700, 0. So now I'm going to go ahead and hit the play button, and if I did the math, I could figure out exactly how long it would take the ball to drop from this. We're just going to basically say about a half second or so. Alright, that was a little further than a half second. Let me use these, back up a little bit. Alright, now I'm going to change this from 700 to 0. And I'm also going to change the y-axis rotation. Let me back up one sec. I should have hit this first. So we want it when it lands to be at 0. And then when we get back into position, at this point we want to impart a little bit of rotation to it. And of course I picked the wrong axis. I think it's the z-axis. There we go. So we put 10 degrees in. Now, as we hit play and let it go up a little bit, we're going to increase the position again. And obviously the ball is not going to go back to exactly 700. And this is another thing you'd have to figure out mathematically. But let's just say it goes half the distance back upwards. And notice I typed it in, automatically keyframes. And I'm going to further rotate the ball on the z-axis. Let's say 30 degrees. And of course, I've screwed that up again. So whenever you screw something up like that, you gotta go back, set it back to 0, hit the keyframe, then come over to where it was supposed to be 10 and I left that off, type in 10 again, then go back to where it was, 30 degrees. So I fixed my little mistake there. Alright, so now after another not even half second, it's going to drop again. I would change the other axes in this, give it some roll and everything, but unfortunately we don't really have a ball that you can necessarily see that is rotating. So alright, so we move the ball out a little further. In this case I'm going to go ahead and just change the I'll change the X and the Y. So we're going to go back to 0, but in this case we're actually going to have the ball have moved a bit. And then we're going to go ahead and change the rotation again, this time to 50. Play it again. So obviously with some fine tuning you can really get this to work good. At this point we'll just say it's sitting on the ground and it has dropped back down to 0 here. It's rolled over